Hello and welcome to the third. It's a third, isn't it? Yeah, the third live writing session from the Worldwide Writers Club. I'm Steve. I'm your host, as usual. So I hope you've got round to logging into the other two sessions that we've had. They've been a lot of fun. I've had fun. Don't know about anyone else. But if you're new here, obviously this is the Worldwide Writers Club, and it's a space to create. It's called the Worldwide Writers Club. I know I say this every single week. You don't have to write. You can draw. You can do whatever you want. So we get a prompt, and for about an hour, we just see where that prompt takes us. Yes, so started a little bit later this week due to the solar eclipse. All right, so hope you enjoyed that. Or was it all just lunacy? Anyway, that's maybe I should have made a prompt regarding the solar eclipse, shouldn't I? Should have maybe gone down that road. But anyway, well, grab a drink, grab your pad, your laptop, whatever you use, and let's get to it. And I've got some exciting news, which I might leave till the end. You know what I mean? Make people stick around. You might not. I don't know. It's still a shaky camera, that, isn't it? Anyway, so the prompt. I don't know if you can see that. Hey, I got it right this week. Look, I don't know if you can see that properly. Let's take it off the wall. You might not be able to understand my writing. The prompt from last week is still on there, but here I'll use the other side. So this is the prompt for this week. So this morning I woke up holding something that I buried a long time ago. All right, so that's your prompt this week. Do with it what you will. As I always say, you can have that as your first line. You can, sorry if you hear some banging, it's just the kids upstairs. Don't worry. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you can use it as your first line. You can incorporate it in any way into a story or a picture or a sculpture, whatever you do. All right, so do with it what you will. I'm going to hang it up on the wall there. A nice bit of modern art, you know, and you can scribble that down. Yeah, and don't forget to remind me about the special news at the end. Maybe put a thing in the chat to say, Steve, remember what you were going to say, because I will forget. Let me see if I can hang this up here again. Sorry. You see that? If you can understand my scribbly writing. There you go, but I hope you got that. So, yeah, I'm back on my wobbly table. Have a little sip of coffee because nerves and whatever. It's not an Irish coffee either. It's, you know. So two bits of news actually for you that I want to mention. Actually, I'm going to make a note of that just so I don't forget. And I'll mention it at the end. Skip through. So these here in this pad, these are all my stories that I wrote in Writing Club at the local library. None of them are finished, surprisingly. But let's... That's where we were last week. Let me just scribble this down, just as a reminder. So... So there we go. So that's just to remind me for later. Right then, so got me free write again. I love this little device. So I'm going to type on here again. I haven't picked any crazy music or anything like that again. Got my phone again. So if you see he's looking up there, which I forgot to do last week, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And I'll probably have to delete what I wrote, save what I wrote last week, won't I? Well, I can just continue from, I suppose I can do that. There you go. So that's the prompt. Let's, so I'm going to try something new this week. I'm going to try and time it properly, because then sometimes I feel like I just kind of wing it and say, shall we stop there? We'll have another 10 minutes here. I'm going to try and time it properly this week. So half an hour, then I'll come in and bang on about irrelevant stuff probably. And then we'll have another half an hour. How's that? Just try and get into the flow a little bit more. Because I've been having trouble getting into the flow, because I am aware that you are watching me type. And I don't know, have you ever had to write something while everyone's watching you? I don't know. And obviously, put it, I don't know which side it's on, I don't know. Put it in the comments where you're from, who you are, what you like to write. Yeah, Ira planner, Ira pantser. You know, we mentioned that. Was it last week? Week before? I don't know. But yeah, stick it in the chat. Maybe the chat should be up there, and then I can just point it. Yeah. Need a bit more practice at this live YouTube stuff, don't I? Feel like a weatherman. Right. There's a little timer over there. I'm gonna grab a timer and get off my wobbly table again. 2 ticks. Where is it? I've literally just seen it. What? Bear with me. Here we are. Right, sorry about that. Getting me wobbly table again. Yeah, so got this little timer. It's my son's, but he likes to time things. Do you know when they say, "Can we do this?" and you say, "Oh, give us 2 minutes," and he's like, "All right then, Steve, 2 minutes." Yeah, so we'll put it. I'll put it for 32 minutes because I'm probably going to bang on for 2 minutes, aren't I? And then we'll start writing. Right. So there's. Do you want to see the timer? Do you want to? And then, you know, that's not going to work. You know, house full of kids, there's just crap everywhere, isn't there? You can, there you go, look at that. Woohoo. There you go. How's that? Wow. Put it off to the side there so you know how long you've got. I mean, it beeps, I think. It does. Right, so the prompt. This morning I woke up holding something that I buried a long time ago. All right, so there's the prompt. Do with that what you will. Half an hour. Half an hour. Let's get to it. All right then. So I think that there you go is going to be my first line. Seems so we pants in it, you know. Right. So, oh, someone left. They maybe just got the prompt and thought, I'll just sit on my own, you know. Don't need to listen to his crack, you know. Yeah, right. And mute this. Obviously, I say that all the time. Mute it if you don't want to hear the clickety clack of the keys, right? And then I'm going to shut up for half an hour while we all write. Okay? Good luck. Can't do any worse than me, sure. It's all capitals again. And if you can hear me sniffing, I'm still not fully over me cold. It's lingering. All right. So I apologise for that. Better than I was last week, though. You know, I said I wasn't going to talk, but I'm a social butterfly. You know, sorry. And again, oh, we've lost 2 people now. Oh, well, it's the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it? That one person who's still here, thanks. You're going to go far. Thanks for sticking around anyway. No pressure to stay though. If you want to hit legs and run, go for it. I'm at that point now where I need to decide what this thing is that I'm holding. And I don't know. Because as you know, I don't think about the prompt until I'm live, like you guys, because I'll, take one for the team. Although I'm hosting the show and I know what the prompt is, like a couple of days before, I never really think about it. I think I've got something in mind. I hope you can see that prompt. Can you still see the prompt? Because my writing's a bit scraggly. I'm going to write it in the chat actually, just so people who bit of glitch there. Don't know why. The internet probably. There you go. So there's the prompt. Just if you're joining us. Yeah, that's it. I'm having fun with this prompt actually. I'm doing better than I did last week and the week before. So not all bad. Sorry, do you ever write something and you just think, what? I've just done that there. Got to keep it in there though, because it made us funny. It made us funny. Made us laugh. Yeah. So why not? If it entertains you, keep it. Flies over, doesn't it, this time? Flies. last 5 minutes, guys, of this first half an hour. Hope it's going well. I think I'm onto something here. Yeah, more about that in 5 minutes, though. Okay. Yeah. Jump there. Whew. There we go. So that's half an hour. It does go quick, doesn't it? I'm just going to finish this line and then I'll be with you, all right? Because, yeah. There we go. That was more than one line, but here. Right. Yeah. So this is probably the best thing I've wrote from the prompts from previous weeks to say I'm just running with it. It's funny how that happens, isn't it? It's strange. And sorry, I know I'm very red. You'll probably be able to see that on there. Bit sunburned, actually. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. I mean, how many words have I got there? Where does it say? 1,000 words it says there. That's not right, because I just continued from the story that I'd wrote from last week, not linked, just instead of saving it and, you know. So maybe 500, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. Yeah, so we'll have another half an hour. Shall we just have 5 minutes if you want to, you know, grab a drink or something? That's what I'm going to do. I want to grab a tig. When we come back, we'll have another half an hour and then we'll wrap it up. And then at least we've done 1 hour of writing, haven't we? Which I don't think we did the last few times. It was about 40, 45 minutes or so, wasn't it? But yeah, I think I'll stick with this. That's pretty good, isn't it? I think, anyway. Let us know what you have to say about the timer in the comments. And then that way you're getting exactly an hour in, and maybe more if after the live stream you think, oh, this is too good to give up, I'm just going to keep at it. That would be, yeah, great. I've got you to do some homework, haven't I? There? Not homework, but yeah, work, whatever. Right, yeah, so let's have 5 minutes. What time we're on? Oh, I need to switch over this again. Sorry. It's 8 o'clock. Okay, so shall we say, well, 3 minutes past 8. Shall we say about 10 past? We'll come back and, yeah. So we'll come back about 10 past, make a drink, and then we'll continue the session. All right, I'm going to mute my microphone because I don't want you to, you know, I'll just be boiling the kettle. So, yeah. 2 likes, 2 likes. You can't see this, can you? You know, as how many people are watching and whatnot, I don't think. But I got 2 likes from, well, there's 3 people. I was going to say there's 2 people. But yeah, 2 likes. That's, you know, it's good going. Yeah, so go make a cup of tea and I'll see you back here in about 5 minutes. All right? And then we'll do the second half of the exercise. Okay. There. Can you hear me again? Great. So, sorry. Yeah, I just thought of something there actually. It's just a little anecdote, really. So, when I was 21, many, many years ago, I toured right through Canada for like 4 weeks, which was amazing. All right, started it like Niagara Falls, Toronto, and then went right through to Vancouver and then flew back home. And it took 4 weeks. But it was, an itinerary. So when we were on the coach a lot of the time, but the lady who was running the tour through Canada, she was called Cheryl, actually. Yeah, I don't know why that sticks in my head. Remember her name. But every now and then we would stop at a service station or something, and she'd say, "Oh, we're going to stop real quick, just maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes." And she used to say, "For a flush and a fill." All right, so you can go to the toilet and then grab a coffee and then get back on the bus. Back on the bus. And yeah, she used to say that, time for a flush and a fill. Maybe I should pinch that off her, I feel. So if next week we have this little break, maybe I should figure out, because it's still all new to us, this, maybe put up a little screen that says, "Time for a flush and a fill." I won't say it, but like a little jingle, yeah, just popped in my head while I was making my coffee. Right then, so I hope that, yeah, that's it. Shall we get back to it? Yeah. So another half an hour. I mean, we've been on nearly an hour already, haven't we? It's getting late. It's going to be a late one. But we did start a bit later, I suppose, didn't we? That's a good shout, actually. So because of the total eclipse of the heart and whatever. So yeah, half an hour or 20 minutes. Shall we? Is it going to be too late? There's only one person left, so you decide. Write it in the comments if you can. Do you want half an hour or do you want 20 minutes? You can. Oh, we've got two people now. Two people can decide. So if you want half an hour more writing or 20 minutes, put it in the comments. I don't even think you can see the comments either. Yeah, surely you can see the comments. Yeah, 20 minutes or half an hour. There's the poll. I mean, if you both choose differently, then we're stuck, aren't we? Shall we just say half an hour? Yeah, because I said 10 past, didn't I? And it's 10 past now. So let's do half an hour. Don't have to wait for school tomorrow, do we? So, yeah, half an hour. There we go. And yes, put in the comments what your story's about if you want. Put anything in the comments if you want. What you're drinking? Tea, coffee, juice, water, anything at all. If you comment, it boosts the channel a little bit, so I hear. No pressure, but even just write hi. Yeah. You don't have to, though, honestly. Right, so yeah, shall we get back to it? I've said that. I can see it on there. I'm turning around. Right, and yeah, so half an hour more, because it does go quick, doesn't it? And we'll see where we get to in an hour. And then we'll wrap it up. I'll tell you the special news, and then I'll let you go and complete your masterpiece that you're writing. All right? How's that? Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. Yeah. or put in the comments what the object is. You don't have to say any more. Just what the object is that you've woke up holding, that you buried. It might not be an object. You know, right? It might be. Well, it would have to be an object, wouldn't it, to hold it? But maybe it was a thought. I don't know. But yeah, put it in the comments, and if you put it in the comments, not that I'm forcing you to, I'll tell you what my object is. How's that? Sound like a plan? Um, mm, 20 minutes left. So quick, doesn't it? The time goes. I'm just going to put this on completely. I feel like, I know it's a bit late now, probably. I just feel like it's rattling a little bit. It's better, isn't it? Fixed. You've been listening to me clanking on this thing for 40 minutes. just over an hour. No, not too bad. Yeah. So we've been at it about an hour, haven't we now? Maybe we should have done 20 minutes. Well, not to worry. I hope you're having fun. Right. Last 10 minutes. Do you ever hit a moment in a story that you're writing and you think, I'm not sure about this, I'm not sure about the law behind something and you don't want to get it wrong? And you think, I should probably Google it. But my phone is obviously recording this session, so yeah, can't do nothing about that. I just have to think, well, Can't think. Well, I'll just have to skip that bit and put it in later. Yeah. I'll just put question marks, I think. Just, there's meant to be something here, but I don't know what it is. Someone shouting outside there. Sorry if you heard that. Jumped again. There we go. That's our session. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a bind here. I could go on and on and on. Yeah, let me just. I don't know if that's. I'll have to look that up. But there we go. Let's leave it there, right? How many words? Not that that makes any difference to you guys. 1,600? How many was it before? 1,000. So maybe 1,000 words I wrote this session, which is pretty good. Quicker than when I used the old pad and pen. Just turn that off. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. I haven't actually done any writing since last week. So for me, it's pretty good. I also read today, which I'm not a big reader, but when I do read, I find that I write better. I don't know if you guys are the same. But they say, don't they, if to write a lot, you need to be a writer, you need to read a lot. Something like that. Anyway, let's move that big yellow thing out of there. So, just one final thing, or two final things before I go. All right, so I've been thinking about the channel, and this is the woohoo news, by the way, the great suspense. So I have the email set up. All right, if you want to send me what you've wrote, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be, you can just send us your first draft. It's up to you if you're feeling brave enough. Or you can, polish it up a little bit and, yeah. And what I'll do, I'll pick a few out for the Sunday. I haven't done any Sunday reading sessions yet, but I must get on top of that. If you start sending us stuff, then I definitely will. But I thought just to do a video, just me reading mine, it's all well and good, but it'll be a short video. This one might not be so bad because it's like 1,000 words. So that might make for a good video. And so basically, when you email them to me, I'll pick out a few and I'll read them out. And then I'll tell you, what I liked about it, maybe a certain phrase that you used or something like that I liked. And I'm not going to, tear to pieces and totally, because I'm a professional, as you know, I'm not going to critique it in any way that's going to dampen your spirits. Not about that. All about encouragement. So maybe, I don't know, an idea of where I think it was going to go if it's unfinished, or, obviously if you email it to me, you have full ownership and what have you. You retain those rights. You're just emailing to say, I agree that you can read this out, on a YouTube video. But yeah, it's your work. Put in the email, obviously, the story, what your name is, where you're from, a little brief tagline about what your story is, what prompt you used. Well, it'll be, the prompt will be from that week, wouldn't it, I suppose. But yeah, just to, because these videos are on like a recap, so you can go back and look at the videos and write along. But yeah, so the email address, I'll write it in here actually, just so you've got it, and then you can write it down or whatever. So it's, believe it or not, Worldwide Writers Club. Worldwide Writers Club at outlook.com. Nothing cryptic, So there you go. There's that. I should have put to submit your stories. I'll just put Sunday readout if you want to. So there you go. Hope you can all see that in the chat. Yeah, so worldwidewritersclub@outlook.com. I tried to get a Gmail because I thought everyone knows Gmail, don't they? But I messed it up. And then when I went back in to put it back in, it said someone's already got this email address. And I thought, how rude. The person was me. So I went to the next best thing, Outlook. It's universal and it's probably a bit more modern than Gmail. And so send them in. I'm going to do a video actually, just with a bit of a disclaimer in there, what's okay and what's not, because I don't want anything, because obviously it's for YouTube, so I tell my videos it's not for kids, but you never know, do you? A kid could click on it and then hear a horror story. So horror is fine, that's all good. Murder is good if it's like a crime thriller kind of thing, but nothing explicit, no harming of children, no, graphic sexual content or anything like that. But I'll put a video up explaining what I will accept and what I won't accept. Because obviously I have to adhere to the rules of YouTube, and write what you want in your own personal time and space, but nothing funky, but I'll put a video up and then you can go and have a look at the video if you're unsure, or send it in. If I see anything, I just won't read it out. How's that? So the next bit of news, so that's the email. Tick. That's the email. The next thing, I was thinking about these little sessions that we have, and I don't want them all to feel the same. I know it kind of is going to be the same, isn't it? Sorry, I'm waving that pen around again. But then I don't want you to get bored. You know what I mean? So I thought, what about if we did alternative weeks? Let me know, you can email me if you don't want to put things in the comments. That's fine. So maybe 1 week it's like this, where we do a prompt, and the next week it's an exercise where we, I don't know, maybe build a character or a world. We try and build suspense. We start at the end. Just different things like that. I don't know if that's something you might be interested in. And so there'll be like a prompt week and then an exercise week, which could be cool. But I'll think about it, see where it goes. Well, an hour and a half, that's pretty much it, I reckon. So thank you for sticking around if you hit to the end. And I hope you had fun with that. Sunday, I'll try and read my story out on Sunday. I might have to polish it a little bit and look into a few things before then, just to get things right. Do a little bit of research. But yes, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us, and hopefully I'll see you on Sunday or next Wednesday at 1900, because there isn't a solar eclipse next week, so we can start 1900, and then it's a nice time to finish 8:30, isn't it, if it's going to be an hour and a half. But next week we'll do another prompt and then have a bit think if you want to do like an exercise based thing. And we'll go from there. So I know I've said it 3 times now, but thank you for staying till the end, and stay well through the week and keep writing. Thanks for writing with the Worldwide Writers Club. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week, guys. Okie dokie. Picking a pokey. Ladies and gentlemen. Yes. See you later, guys. Take care. Bye.